And
then the other thing is, I can't, there's nothing in the paper this morning.
today? Yeah. And he said, oh, Jesus. Wonderful.
Hi, this is Paul Condry of the Regional Radio Sports Network. That may be my professional title, but did you know that I'm also the son of a U.S. Navy World War II veteran and a proud father of a United States Marine? Let me share with you something very close to my heart. It's called the Semper Fi Fund and its program America's Fund, which provides immediate lifetime support for post-9/11 wounded, critically ill, and injured members of the U.S. Armed Forces, veterans, and their families to ease recovery and transition back home to their communities. The Semper Fi Fund, serving those who preserve our freedom. The basic idea that drives these efforts is simple. For as much as our heroes have sacrificed, they deserve the best care and support available in their hour of need, whenever it may occur. The Semper Fi Fund, a 4-star charity and an A+ rating, has served over 16,000 members since 2004. The Semper Fi Fund, serving those who preserve our freedom. For more information, visit them online at www.semperfifund.org.
There are those who dedicate themselves to a sense of honor, to a life of courage, and a commitment to something greater than themselves. They have always defended this nation and each other. They still do. The few, the proud, the Marines.
There's always a moment.
Discover better banking at Teachers Credit Union. More than 300,000 already have. They know better banking means better rates on savings, loans, and mortgages, and being treated like more than a number. At TCU, you don't have to be a teacher to enjoy better banking, just someone who enjoys personal attention and solid financial solutions. Go to tcunet.com/betterbanking to learn more. TCU, better rates, better service, better banking. Teachers Credit Union deposits are federally insured by the NCUA, and we're an equal housing opportunity. NMLS number 686706.
From high above Mike Lightfoot Court in the Gates Gymnasium on the campus of Bethel College, the Regional Radio Sports Network is proud to present Bethel University Pilots Volleyball. This evening, the Pilots 9-20 on the season, 2-10 in the Crossroads League. Welcome the Goshen College Maple Leafs, 7-21 on the season, 1-11 in conference play. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. J.P. Jobert. Glad to be joined by the hostess with the mostest, Tanya Condry, who is doing all the sights and sounds, making sure that I'm on the air and sounding all right tonight. As the Pilots come in, having lost to St. Francis the other night. In that 4-set loss, Madison Beaver had 9 kills and 17 assists. Bridget Downs added 16 assists and 22 digs, and Rachel Vendel had 16 digs as well. Kennedy Kintz also tacked on 16 assists in that matchup as well, a match that you'll hear later on in the interview with Coach Katie Weiss. Katie was very happy with the first set, but after that, things kind of went downhill for the Pilots, losing on the road. The Maple Leafs come in having lost 4 straight matchups under first-year head coach Courtney Crawford, 7-21 for her career. Previous head coach Jim Ruthier in 10 seasons went 143 and 191. A year ago, the Maple Leafs went 9-25, 3-15 in Crossroads League play. They last qualified for the Crossroads League tournament back in 2016, losing a 4-set match against Mount Vernon Nazarene. Their last winning season, you have to go back to 2011 when they went 17-15. These two teams matched up on September 20th. It was a 3-set win for the Pilots down in Goshen. For the Maple Leafs, Madison Coles had 12 kills. Shelby Younts had 33 assists, and Jennifer Ritchie had 14 digs. Meanwhile, for the Pilots in that match, Peyton Hart had 13 kills. A.J. McDonald added a dozen. Madison Beaver had 35 assists, and both Bridget Downs and Madison Beaver had double-digit digs. And if the Pilots are to duplicate that feat, they're going to need similar kind of performance up and down the lineup. Taking a look at the Crossroads League standings, there's a tie up at the top. Indiana Wesleyan and Marion both 10-1. The Wildcats 23-1 overall. The Knights 22-1. The Wildcats with a number 3 NAIA national ranking. Marion is ranked 19th. A 3-team log jam for third place. Mount Vernon Nazarene, St. Francis, who received votes in the latest NAIA poll, and the Grace Lancers all at 8-4. Mount Vernon 21-6, St. Francis 17-10, and Grace at 14-13. Taylor comes in 7-5 in conference play, 17-12 overall. Then come the Huntington Foresters in 7th, 5-7, 13-14 overall. The Pilots in that all-important 8th spot as the top 8 teams make the Crossroads League tournament. They're 2-10 in league play, 9-20 overall. Goshen 1-11 on the season, 7-21 overall, and Spring Arbor brings up the rear, 0-12, 6-15 overall. Marion comes into tonight's play, the hottest team in Crossroads League play, having won 11 in a row. They also undefeated, a perfect 10-0 away from Marion University, and Huntington and Goshen both come in on 4-match losing streaks. Taking a look at the schedule around the conference this weekend. Tonight, Taylor travels to Marion. Huntington is at St. Francis. Grace travels up to Michigan to take on the Spring Arbor Cougars, and Indiana Wesleyan hosts the Cougars of Mount Vernon Nazarene. Tomorrow, Indiana Wesleyan will host Taylor. Spring Arbor hosts the Huntington Foresters. St. Francis will host Grace, and Mount Vernon Nazarene will take on Marion. Goshen and Bethel separated by U.S. Highway 20. It just so happens that they have decided to come up with a traveling trophy for the two schools this season. It's going to be named the U.S. Highway 20 Cup, and the point breakdown, you get 1 point for every matchup your school wins if you only play each other one time during the season, and a half a point if you play each other twice. This matchup, the second of the 2 times that Goshen and Bethel will take on each other. A half point up for grabs in the U.S. Highway 20 Cup standings. Bethel currently leads 2.5 points to 2, and they can take a full point lead with winning the match tonight. We're going to step aside. When we come back, we'll have a nice sit-down chat with Katie Weiss, the head coach of the Pilots, get her thoughts on the St. Francis match, as well as tonight's matchup with the Goshen College Maple Leafs, as you're listening and watching Bethel University Pilots Volleyball right here on the Regional Radio Sports Network.
There's always a moment of truth where it's either put up or shut up. We were yelling our hearts out. Even in our weakness, even in our pain, we continued to push. I don't know where the pain went to, but all I know is that I had what it took. I am a United States Marine.
PFC Darrell Willis serves his country as a Marine. Will you? Visit Marines.com or call 1-800-MARINES.
State Farm Insurance asks, what if you're walking out to your car and it's been mashed by a runaway garbage truck? Having a State Farm agent means having a real person to help you when things go wrong. So when accidents happen, you've got someone you know who will be there when you need them. Ron Pierce, 3907 45th Street, Suite A in Griffith, 924-3311. Andrew Rudakis, 3159 Willow Creek Road, Suite A in Portage, 763-2200. And Dave Ross, 450 West Lincoln Way, Suite 210 Valparaiso, 464-3581.
Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
Today's game on the Regional Radio Sports Network is sponsored by First Source Bank. Forget running to the ATM or mailing a check. Start sending money with Zeal. It's fast, safe, and easy right from your First Source mobile banking app. Repay a friend for coffee easily with Zelle right from your First Source mobile banking app. First Source Bank, your partners from the first with e-student checking. Contact First Source Bank today. For today's matchup, we had a chance to sit down with Katie Weiss and get her thoughts on today's matchup against the Goshen College Maple Leafs. Welcome back to Bethel University Pilots Volleyball right here on the Regional Radio Sports Network. Joined pregame by the head coach of the Pilots, Katie Weiss. And Katie, last match out, tough, hard-fought match against St. Francis. What are some of the positives that you guys as a coaching staff can take out of that matchup?
Well, you know, we digest film from our matches, and being able to watch that match, and you know, one of the things I was telling the girls is that if I'm continuing to show you things over and over, the same things that you have to fix, that you have to work on, that's a problem. And, you know, after that match, being able to clip those things out and see, like, hey, guess what I didn't have to tell you? I didn't have to tell you this. You fixed that. Okay, so now let's work on this. And so I do think that the positives are our team is growing. We're getting better. We're not just making the same mistakes over and over and over. Really played a messy game against St. Francis and yet won the first set. Didn't have I think the heart to finish. We do have some injuries and things like that going on, but I think we're ready tonight to just really get back in the saddle and play tough.
Kennedy Kintz had 16 assists. As a freshman college athlete, how has she matured from the senior in high school athlete to now? And not just her, but the rest of that freshman class. It's a very talented class that you've brought in. How have they all matured from day one to now?
In so many ways. Kennedy especially, you know, she came in, wasn't able to really do anything during preseason. She had a hip injury. She was just working through that. And so for her to be able to get in the game now, she's improving and she's really growing. Her court awareness is fantastic. And I just love the drive that she has, the effort that she gives. She's going to be a great player to watch.
Your sophomores and juniors have also stepped up. We've talked about them over the course of the year. How important is it for them to set the standard now? Because next year, they're going to be those upperclassmen. They're going to be counted on in the leadership role. But what seeds have they started to plant now to build well for the future?
Yeah, you know, Abby, Peyton, Hart, they have really kind of grabbed hold of, like, this is our team, and we are going to set a standard now because it's on us. And so, you know, Abby, Pup, Bridget as captains have really embodied that in how they work, what they hold their team accountable to. I've really kind of pushed them to, hey, in practice, if, you know, a ball hits the ground on our side, if I call it out, you're going to run a suicide. If you guys call it out, that's a double. You know what I mean? Like, just empowering them to push their team to be better, because we want it to come from within our team and not necessarily, I don't want to have to say, oh, you guys missed that, let's run. I want them to hold themselves to a higher standard. And so they're doing that, and they're doing that well, and that's going to continue to grow.
You guys have 6 matches left, hopefully a couple more, based on results of other matches all over the place. But how important is it to go into every match with the mindset, every point's important, every set's important, and eventually every match is important, because a missed point here, a missed point there could be the difference between you guys participating in the conference tournament and you guys being on the outside looking in.
Yeah, I think that mentality of every game is your most important match is it's vital for a team's success. And, when you go into a match not really caring that much, you don't want players like that on the court. So, yes, every game that we have from this point on is so important. We want to play our best. We want to try to break our own goals for those games. And, yeah, full speed ahead.
Goshen has kind of billed this as a mini rivalry. They put it on their website as the US 20 Cup. You guys have seemed to own the tempo of play against the Maple Leafs. Is there a rivalry? Because you guys are the closest. They are your closest competition in the Crossroads League. But do you see a big rivalry between the Maple Leafs and your Pilots? Or is this just, hey, it's another match in the Crossroads League season?
I guess in a lot of ways I think of it as just a Crossroads League match. We are hometown people, so it's nice. I love going there because it's close. Get home at a good time. I'm sure it's the same for them. But their past coach, I loved him. Jim, great guy. I enjoyed talking through different fundraising ideas, different team ideas. Really enjoyed just a good relationship between coaches there, where I felt like we helped each other out well. And so I think it's fun to play Goshen because, we're kind of like neighbors. As far as a rivalry, we want to beat everybody. So, that standard's always there, but yeah. All
right. Turning our attention to this matchup tonight, when you look across the court and you see Goshen stepping on the floor, what do you, as a coaching staff, see on film that they do that could frustrate you? And what are some of the things that you could take advantage from their perspective?
Yeah, watching film, they run a 5-1 with their setter, and so she dumps a lot. And just watching the placement of where she puts the ball, when are her tendencies that she does dump, we want to make sure that we don't let that hit the floor. And then they are very outside dominant. But when they do throw the middles balls, I think what can make Goshen tough is that they will throw a lot of things, push a lot of things, and not necessarily your full-powered swing, and that's harder to read. It's harder to be in a great position for that. So those are things that we know, and we're going to have to be on our toes and watch I sequence those hitters and find out what are they doing? Are they full swinging, or are they going to throw or tip at us? And so we've got to just play really tough defense tonight.
When you put everything together, what will it take for the Pilots to come out of here with a third conference win this year?
Yeah, one, it's going to take good serve receive. We've got to put the ball in systems so that we can run our offense. Two, again, with injuries, I'm not even sure right now if Peyton Hart's going to play. She's nursing her knee, and so it's going to take some good execution by our outsides, and then our middles are really going to have to step up and be able to play a little bit more out of system and still hit the ball well in order for us to win this game.
All right, Katie, hey, best of luck tonight.
Thank you.
We'll be back with more right here on the Regional Radio Sports Network. I want to thank Katie Weiss for her time right before today's rivalry matchup between the Bethel University Pilots and the Goshen College Maple Leafs. The Pilots will be going from left to right when this match starts. They are decked out in all black uniforms with the numbers in pilot blue on the front and the back. BU on the left shoulder in white. Pilots across the shoulder blades in the back in white. The Maple Leafs wearing purple tops with white numbers on the front and the back of the jerseys with the black shorts, the Nike swoosh on the right shoulder, and Goshen in white across the shoulder blades. Courtney Crawford, the head coach of the Goshen College Maple Leafs, has her girls around her as she is seated in the first chair down on the floor to our right, as Katie Weiss and the Bethel University Pilots continue their warm-ups before the second matchup here in the U.S. Highway 20 Cup Series. The Pilots were 3-0 victors back on September 20th when these two teams met on the campus of Goshen College, as both teams have completed their warm-ups. The teams huddle up at their benches and they will head towards their end lines. The Pilots going from left to right on your computer screen or mobile device, and the Maple Leafs will be going from right to left on your computer screen and mobile device. As we'll send it down for our pregame announcements, the prayer, and the national anthem.
Bethel University for tonight's contest between the Goshen Maple Leafs and your Bethel University Pilots. Bethel University welcomes all players, officials, and spectators to tonight's game. As participants in the NAIA's Champions of Character Initiative, we ask each of you to help create a positive, competitive environment by showing respect for one another. On behalf of the Crossroads League and Bethel University, please enjoy tonight's match. This time, we'll ask that everyone please stand for the opening prayer, followed by the playing of our national anthem. Let's pray. Gracious Lord, we thank you for the opportunity that we have now to honor you through the game of volleyball. Thank you for safety and travel, for our competitors, our spectators, our officials. And Father, tonight now, as we give ourselves to this competition, we ask that you would protect our players as they compete. And Father, we pray that you would help us all, as athletes, spectators, and workers, to glorify you in our words, our actions, and even the very attitudes of our hearts. Lord, we thank you for this opportunity now, and we pray that by our excellence, you would be honored and glorified in all that we do. In Christ's name, amen. And now, ladies and gentlemen, we'll introduce the players in tonight's match, beginning with the players from the Goshen Maple Leafs, beginning with our non-starters. a 5'1 sophomore from Mishawaka, Indiana, wearing number 1, Naomi Willis. A 5'8 junior from Holton, Michigan, wearing number 2, Shelby Younts. A 5'5 freshman from North Judson, Indiana, number 3, Courtney Trusty. A 6'0 freshman from Kitchener, Ontario, number 6, Olivia Coop. A 5'5 freshman from Culver, Indiana, wearing number 7, Sarah Morrison. And then your starters for tonight's match for the Goshen Maple Leafs, a 5'6 senior from Allendale, Michigan, wearing number 5, Allie Rohr. A 5'4 junior from Goshen, Indiana, number 8, Tessa Clark. A 6'0 sophomore from Hanover, Indiana, wearing number 12, Madison Coles. A 6'2 junior from Kidron, Ohio, number 13, Elizabeth Breckbill. A 5'10 sophomore from Wakarusa, Indiana, number 14, Haley Pennington. And a 6'3 junior from Topeka, Indiana, wearing number 18, Taylor Ish. At libero tonight for the Maple Leafs, a 5'7 junior from New Carlisle, Indiana, wearing number 4, Jennifer Ritchie. The Maple Leafs are coached by Courtney Crawford, assisted by Lauren Ford. And now, ladies and gentlemen, introducing the players for your Bethel University Pilots. Beginning tonight with your non-starters. A 5'5 freshman from Fort Wayne, Indiana, wearing number 2, Kennedy Kintz. A 5'6 freshman from Valparaiso, Indiana, number 4, Rachel Vendel. A 5'9 junior from Kendallville, Indiana, wearing number 6, Peyton Hart. A 6'1 freshman from Elkhart, Indiana, number 8, Sue Vandegrift. A 6'2 freshman from Hoagland, Indiana, wearing number 12, Isabel North. A 5'3 freshman from Bern, Indiana, wearing number 15, Hannah Dahl. A 5'9 freshman from Bern, Indiana, number 17, Shaylin Bowman. A 5'8 sophomore from South Bend, Indiana, wearing number 18, Megan Hosinski. And now, ladies and gentlemen, your starters for the Pilots. A 5'9 junior from Goshen, Indiana, wearing number 1, Kelsey Gruzda. A 6'0 junior from Valparaiso, Indiana, wearing number 9, Abby Armel. A 6'1 sophomore from Allentown, Pennsylvania, number 10, Madison Beaver. A 5'7 junior from Elkhart, Indiana, number 13, Mackenzie Williams. A 5'11 freshman from Kalamazoo, Michigan, wearing number 14, Kelsey Fiedema. A 6'1 senior from Anchorage, Alaska, wearing number 16, AJ McDonald. And at libero tonight for your Bethel University Pilots, a 5'5 senior from Lexington, Kentucky, wearing number 11, Bridget Downs. The Pilots are coached by Katie Weiss, assisted by Kristen Mitchell. And now, ladies and gentlemen, if you'll direct your attention to center court, we're ready to get tonight's match underway.
So there are this evening's starting lineups for both the Maple Leafs and the Bethel University Pilots. It'll be Rohr, Clark, Coles, Breckbill, Pennington, and Ish, with Jennifer Ritchie as the libero for the Maple Leafs. For the Pilots, it'll be Gruzdoff, Arnold, Beaver, Williams, Fiedema, and McDonald, with Bridget Downs as the libero. Both teams huddle on their respective sides. We're getting set to get this second matchup of the season between the Pilots and the Maple Leafs underway. So glad you could join us on this Friday night. Last season of the high school football season, at least the regular season portion of it. 4 of our crews have meandered their way to their respective football venues. But Tanya Condry and myself have made our way to the Gates Gymnasium for tonight's Crossroads League volleyball action. The Pilots will be serving first, going from left to right. It'll be Madison Beaver to get the festivities started here on the campus of BU. And Beaver with a serve over the net with the right arm. As a tap is dug out by Beaver at the net. Downs going far side to McDonald. A nice dig on the back line by Ritchie. Here's a kill on the near side by Haley Pennington. Long first point here to get things going. Far side, McDonald with the kill. Dug out nicely by Ritchie. And now the Pilots get a chance to set something up. Far side to Pennington. It's dug out. And finally put home by the young lady that started the whole point off, Madison Beaver. Found some open court in that far right, in that near right corner, and gets the Pilots on the board. It's 1-0. Beaver, another low dipping serve, dug out by Clark. Kill on the near side by Breckbills, dug out by McDonald. Now a far side kill. Attempt by Fiedema. Far side kill blocked at the net as Breckbill tried to get the ball through the block by A.J. McDonald to no avail. It's 2-0 Pilots. Madison Beaver back to serve again. A low one, dug out by Ritchie. Near side kill by Pennington, puts it in the net. And it's now 3-0. So the Pilots have taken the match's first 3 points. Now dug out by Ritchie. And it's going to be a service ace. And the Pilots have strung together the match's first 4 points. It'll be interesting to see if Courtney Crawford elects to use her timeout early should the Pilots take a 5th point. Far near side kill, dug out by Downs, and it's going to fall. And just like that, it's 5-0 Bethel. The Pilots have come out ready to play in this one. Beaver, low dipping serve, dug out by Ritchie. Near side kill by Pennington, goes into the net. Rather gets blocked out of bounds. 5-1, that'll stop the bleeding momentarily. So Haley Pennington, the former Northwood Panther, back to serve. Pennington with 9 aces on her sophomore campaign. There's some net play, dug out by McDonald. As Beaver goes far side, McDonald, it's blocked at the net. Downs. Near side kill is blocked inbounds from Fiedema. And the block by Madison Coles at the net makes it 5-2. So again, Pennington back to serve, trying to get the Maple Leafs back in this opening game. Far side kill is out just barely on the far side as Grusdorf tried to go down that far sideline. And the Maple Leafs are back to within 2. Beaver going to go near side McDonald. It's dug out by Ritchie. There's no Pennington. Comes here near side to Coop. It's too far. And the Pilots will take a 6-3 lead. So Rachel Vendel will go back to serve. 5'6" freshman, did her prep work at Valparaiso High School. And a service error by Vendel. Valparaiso is where the crew of Mike Knezovich and Jason Kuntz are tonight. They've got Lake Central and Valparaiso. As Grusdorf tried to get a kill on the near side. Nice dig by Bridget Downs. Beaver goes far side, and it's dug out. It's Pennington's dig is taken out. And nice use of the shoulders by the Pilots, and they'll get rewarded with a double hit. 7-4 now. As Bridget Downs will go back to serve. Senior from Lexington, Kentucky. Jump serve gets it over the net's an ace. As that one handcuffed Pennington on the near side. So a pair of service aces for the Pilots here in the opening set. Pennington. Now Coop blocked at the net nicely by Abby Armold, and it's 9-4. Pilots again with their largest lead of the game at 5 points. Coop with the kill, dug out by Downs. Beaver going far side. The kill is blocked. Beaver with a nice dig. Now Ritchie. Coop with the kill on the near side. It's dug out. Beaver going near side, and that kill would have been too far. And a block right at the net. They're going to say it's out. It's 9-5. It's Abby Armold's block. Floats out of bounds. So Shelby Younts, 5'8" junior from Holton, Michigan, 35 aces. And she'll serve one right into the net, and it's 10-5. So 2 service errors. And in comes freshman Kennedy Kintz. Former Fort Wayne Blackhawk product. And a block at the net. This time by Abby Armold, and the Pilots have their largest lead of the first game at 11-5. Kintz, who had 16 assists in the loss to St. Francis, now getting a chance to serve. And a nice dig by Downs. Far side kill is put away by Peyton Hart. And it's 12-5 Pilots off the assist from Hart. Kintz's serve dug out by Ritchie. Far side kill. Coop blocked nicely by Hart and Armold. It's 13-5. And Courtney Crawford's going to use the first of her 2 allotted timeouts. We're going to take one with the Maple Leafs. It's 13-5 Bethel as you're listening and watching Pilots Volleyball right here on the Regional Radio Sports Network.
Hi, this is Paul Condry of the Regional Radio Sports Network. That may be my professional title, but did you know that I'm also the son of a U.S. Navy World War II veteran and the proud father of a United States Marine? Let me share with you something very close to my heart. It's called the Semper Fi Fund, and its program America's Fund, which provides immediate lifetime support for post-9/11 wounded, critically ill, and injured members of the U.S. Armed Forces, veterans, and their families to ease recovery and transition back home to their communities. The Semper Fi Fund, serving those who preserve our freedom. The basic idea that drives these efforts is simple. For as much as our heroes have sacrificed, they deserve the best care and support available in their hour of need, whenever it may occur. The Semper Fi Fund, a 4-star charity and an A+ rating, has served over 16,000 members since 2004. The Semper Fi Fund, serving those who preserve our freedom. For more information, visit them online at www.semperfifund.org.
So Kennedy Kintz comes out of the timeout with a service ace, makes it 14-5. And the Pilots are just on a roll to open up this matchup. There's a far side kill, or near side kill rather, by Madison Beaver. Goes long, it's 14-6. So Tessa Clark, former Bethany Christian product, will serve left-handed. As Kintz gonna set up a massive kill by Armold on the near side to no avail. Pennington, her kill is dug out. And once again, Goshen in scramble mode as Kintz gonna set up a kill attempt by Beaver. It's blocked, but it goes out of bounds, and it's 15-6. Nine-point lead, the largest of the match so far. And Mackenzie Williams back to serve. It'll dip a little. And it's going to go right into the net off the hands of Taylor Eash. And it's 16-6, largest lead of the night so far for the Pilots, who have come out ready to go. Williams' serve, a little long as Younts digs it out. Far side Eash, that's too far. And it's 17-6. It has been all Pilots from the early going. They ran out to a 5-0 lead. The Maple Leafs were able to get it back to 6-4, but have been outscored 11-2 since. Far side kill is blocked and it goes out, but just barely, as Madison Beaver is not happy about that one. She thought it was in, and I will agree with her. I thought that one was in from here. So Eash is going to serve. Kintz goes near side. There's no doubt about that one, as Armold comes up swinging, and it's 18-7 now. And now Hannah Marie Dole will come in to serve for the Pilots. Near side, as the kill goes down by Pennington, 18-8. Allie Rohrer to serve for the Maple Leafs, 5'6" senior, 770 assists in 105 games for the junior from Allendale. And nicely placed is a drop by Madison Beaver. It's 19-8. And Madison, who started the match off with 5 straight points out of the chute, is back to serve. And Madison's going to get one to dip a little here on the near side. Pennington's kill attempt is dug out. Now far side, McDonald's going to put it through the block on the far side, and AJ's got herself a point. Former Lawrence Tech Blue Devil gets the Pilots 5 points from a first game win. Beavers serve, dug out, and it finally into the hands of Downs. Beaver goes near side, and a nice job by Grusdorf. And it'll be another timeout taken by the Maple Leafs. We're going to take one with them. 21-8, the Pilots lead it. As you're listening and watching Bethel University Pilots volleyball right here on the Regional Radio Sports Network.
There are those who dedicate themselves to a sense of honor, to a life of courage, and a commitment to something greater than themselves. They have always defended this nation and each other. They still do. The few, the proud, the Marines.
Today's game on the Regional Radio Sports Network is sponsored by First Source Bank. First Source Bank proudly supports Bethel University students, faculty, staff, and alumni with personal banking services. First Source Bank, proud supporter of BU Athletics. 21-8 in favor of the Pilots. It's Madison Beaver looking to finish what she started. The Pilots got off to a 5-0 start. And a kill is put down by Elizabeth Breckbill right in the middle of the court, and it's 21-9. Madison got the Pilots off to a 5-0 start, and they have not looked back, leading by as many as 13 points in this opening game. As Grusdorf did not get all of that one on the far side. It's 21-10. As Haley Pennington, the former Northwood Panther, back to serve. And that one's going to go wide on the far side. Third service error of the game for the Maple Leafs. Rachel Vendel back to serve. 229 digs, but 20 aces in just 94 games played. And that'll be another one. 23-10. The Pilots average almost 1.5 service aces a game. They've already got 4 in this one. That's the first service error. And now Jennifer Ritchie back to serve. Beaver, far side kill is blocked. Now Beaver this time goes far side, and it's dug out again. Beaver up the well again. This time it'll go down as Grusdorf gets the point. And Grusdorf makes it game point for the Pilots. It'll be Bridget Downs the serve. Far side kill, Coop blocked, and it goes inbounds on the block by Abby Armold. And that'll do it for game number 1. The Pilots get off to the hot start and cruise to a 25-11 victory here in game 1. We'll step aside. We come back, we'll have the first game stats, and we'll get you set for the second game of this matchup between the Pilots and the Maple Leafs. You're watching Bethel University Pilots Athletics right here on the Regional Radio Sports Network.
Maybe it was a big thing, like helping you land the perfect internship. Maybe it was something small, like offering a sympathetic listening ear when you missed your family. It might have been advice about your choice of major, spiritual guidance, or how to deal with roommate conflicts. Whatever it was, you knew that you were seen and heard. You walked away a little lighter, a little more confident, knowing that someone else was walking this journey with you. At Bethel University, we're more than an academic institution. Yes, we're proud of our internationally recognized programs. Students come to Bethel to be equipped for success in over 50 fields of study, from residential undergraduate to online master's degrees. But they stay because they're not walking alone. 7 in 10 residential students are active in one-on-one mentoring or small groups. From the dedicated faculty to friendly staff, everyone at Bethel cares deeply about helping you prepare for what you were meant to do. Because we all believe you're meant to do incredible things for God's kingdom. And it's true. Bethel alumni are active in 65 nations around the world. What connects you to Bethel? There's no question. It's the relationships and community that give purpose to everything you gain here. At Bethel University, we see you. At Bethel University, we know you, and we'll connect your passion with a pathway to impact the world for Christ. Be true. Be blue. Be you at Bethel University.
Are heroes of sacrifice. They deserve the best care and support available in their hour of need, whenever it may occur. The Semper Fi Fund, a 4-star charity and an A+ rating, has served over 16,000 members since 2004. The Semper Fi Fund, serving those who preserve our freedom. For more information, visit them online at www.semperfifund.org.
Welcome back to the Regional Radio Sports Network's coverage of Bethel University Pilots Volleyball. JP Joubert, glad to be joined by Tanya Condry. The Pilots take game 1 25-11. The Pilots hit 154 in that opening game. Goshen was a minus 147. Pilots with 8 kills. Grusdorf and Madison Beaver each with a couple of kills. Haley Pennington led all players with 3 kills. Beaver also with 4 assists for the Pilots. Bethel also had 4 service aces in game 1. Start of game 2. Maple Leafs going from left to right. The Pilots from right to left. And a kill in the back line goes to Jennifer Ritchie as the Maple Leafs have switched liberos now. As back to serve will be Allie Rohr, senior from Allendale, Michigan. As a little bit of net play by both teams, and the point's going to go to Goshen on the violation. Tessa Clark, now the libero in the white jersey. As Ritchie again back to serve. Near side kill goes long by Fiedema, and it's 3-0 Goshen. Roar 105 games in this her senior season. Only senior on the Goshen roster. 86 kills, 770 assists, 28 service aces. As McDonald's kill is blocked. Ritchie now to Pennington. It's dug out. There's a nice long rally from both teams. Near side kill goes through from Breckbill, and it's 4-zip. Roar has added 21 blocks as well. As the left-handed serve is dug out. And Goshen with a chance to ring up the game's first 5 points. Downs, near side McDonald on the kill, go through the block at the net by Madison Coles and Elizabeth Breckbill, and it's 4-1. So Rachel Vendel back to serve. 20 aces for the freshman from Valparaiso High School. There's Ritchie going to go far side. There's another Pennington kill is blocked at the net. And another block at the net. The Maple Leafs with a chance to regain the 4-point lead. Gruzdoff. Nice dig by Ritchie in the back line. As a long rally point nearly gets put away. Dug out by Clark. Near side kill finally gets put away by Breckbill. And it's 5-1. So Roar with the assist. Breckbill puts it away. And Haley Pennington back to serve. And the point's going to go on the double hit for Madison Beaver. It'll be 6-1. Pennington, 106 games for the sophomore. 238 kills, 5 assists, 9 aces, 124 digs, and 27 blocks. Beaver far side kill is blocked. And a nice job by Gruzdoff. As the Pilots look to come back in this one. Largest deficit that they've faced, 5 points. Dug out up the net by Roar. Kill is put away by Coles, and it's 7-2. Second lead that Goshen has had of 5 points. And Tessa Clark gives a point right back on the service error. Goshen had 3 service errors in the first set. Pilots winners of game 1, 25-11. Find themselves trailing by 4 points here. It's long on the kill by Peyton Hart. Coach Weiss wasn't sure if she was going to have Star Jr. in the lineup, but Peyton's given it a go here in tonight's matchup. Dig out by Downs. Near side kill by Beaver, too long. And it's now 9-3. And Katie Weiss is going to take a timeout, seeing her team down by 6 here in the early going. We're going to step aside. You're watching Bethel University Pilots Volleyball right here on the Regional Radio Sports Network.
There are those who dedicate themselves to a sense of honor, to a life of courage, and a commitment to something greater than themselves. They have always defended this nation and each other. They still do. The few, the proud,
always a moment of truth.
Discover better banking at Teachers Credit Union. More than 300,000 already have. They know better banking means better rates on savings, loans, and mortgages, and being treated like more than a number. At TCU, you don't have to be a teacher to enjoy better banking, just someone who enjoys personal attention and solid financial solutions. Go to tcunet.com/betterbanking to learn more. TCU, better rates, better service, better banking. Teachers Credit Union deposits are federally insured by the NCUA, and we're an equal housing opportunity. NMLS number 686706.
Shelby Younts back to serve for Goshen. And a kill by Madison Beaver out of the timeout. Makes it 9-4. Penn Kingsman lead the Mishawaka Cavemen 14-0 in the second quarter. The final backyard brawl was NIC compatriots. And it is a packed Steel Stadium in Mishawaka as a miss hit right at the net by Taylor Eash. Makes it 9-5. Pilots getting their 2 points right out of the timeout. Looking for a third, and they almost got it at the net. And the kill attempt is going to send Tessa Clark all the way back. And the kill attempt, again, dug out by Pennington. Clark's going to get that to Ritchie, whose kill will go long, and it's 9-6. As Mackenzie Williams has come up with 3 straight points off of her serve. Williams, the junior from Elkhart Memorial. As a kill blocked at the net by Ritchie, but there was enough on it for it to fall. It's 10-6. So Jennifer Ritchie back to serve. 108 games, team high, 255 kills. A.J. McDonald trying to put one out, dug by Ritchie. Pennington dug out by Downs on a nice diving dig. Beaver's kill is blocked. And again, Ritchie this time dug out twice, but it will eventually fall. It's now 11-6. Goshen's largest lead has been 6 at 9-3. Ritchie trying to duplicate that. As the kill on the far side is going to be dug out. Pennington once again with the kill, dug out by Downs, and Pennington puts it away right at the net. And it's 12-6. Again, a 6-point lead for the Maple Leafs. Looking to even this matchup up at a game apiece. As that pass on the far side from Kintz, just too far out of the reach of Madison Beaver, and it's now 13-6 Goshen. We're threatening to do the same thing that Bethel did in the first game. Get a big lead and run away and hide. Ritchie going to find Tessa Clark. Now the Pilots with a chance to dig in this lead. McDonald with the kill, blocked at the net. And they're going to give the point to Goshen on 4 hits. 14-6. Ritchie, former New Prairie Cougar, back to serve. And Pennington's kill blocked at the net by Madison Beaver. Pennington trying again. This time doesn't get all of it. And it's 14-7. So that'll bring Hannah Marie Dull back in. The former South Adams Starfire. Appearing in only her 50th game of the season. Dull with the dig. It's finally going to be popped over. And Dull couldn't get enough on that ball as it will fall, and it's now 15-7. Largest lead of the night for the Maple Leafs. Back to serve will be Olivia Coop. Freshman from Kitchener, Ontario. Ball's punched over the net. Dug out by Downs. Kintz goes far side to Madison Beaver. It's dug out nicely by Ritchie. Blocked at the net on a kill attempt by Aurora, and Madison Beaver will get credit for the block. It's 15-8. So Madison Beaver will serve it away. Sporting the pink socks today is Madison. As a kill just a little bit too long at the net from Madison Coles. It's now 15-9. Madison getting that ball to dip on the serve. Far side, dug out by McDonald. Kill attempted put away at the net by Coles as she makes up for that last point. It's a 7-point lead. Back to serve, Allie Rohr, senior from Allendale, Michigan. And it's going to be put away at the net by Madison Coles. 17-9. As Mackenzie Williams comes out, Peyton Hart going back in. Maple Leafs 8 points away from tying this match up as a floating serve handcuffed Peyton Hart. 18-9, largest lead of the night for the Maple Leafs. And Coach Katie Weiss has seen enough. She's going to use her second of 2 allotted timeouts in this game. We'll step aside as you're listening and watching Pilots Volleyball right here on the Regional Radio Sports Network.
State Farm Insurance asks if you're feeling stuck in a state of compensation stagnation. You know, another year with no raise. Then let State Farm help you get to a better state with a discount double check that can stretch your hard-earned dollars a little farther. They'll go through your car insurance to make sure you're getting all the discounts you deserve. Discounts could add up to 40% and put a few hundred extra dollars in your pocket. Discounts may vary state to state. Joe Lavasco, 1107 Sheffield Avenue, Dyer. Call Joe at 865-6660. Aaron Shirkey, 707 East Commercial Avenue in Lowell, 690-1100. And Greg Taylor, 390 West U.S. Highway 6 in Valparaiso, 762-4911.
Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
Welcome back to Bethel Pilots Volleyball here at the Gates Gymnasium. As Grusdorf's kill punched over the net. He's going to get dug out. Now Ritchie's killed, dug out by Madison Beaver. Good long rally point out of the timeout. And a kill by Breckbill at the net. Makes it 19-8. Football score from the area. John Glenn leads South Bend Riley 7-0. That game in the second quarter. Final week of the regular season of the 2019 football season. As a kill at the net by Fiedema will fall 19-10. Pilots coming into this match having lost 2 straight and 8 of 10. The 2 wins in that stretch of 10, IUSB and these Maple Leafs. As Beaver goes far side for the kill. Nice dig by Tessa Clark. Ritchie's kill dug out. Near side kill. Once again, Tessa Clark with the dig. And this time, lack of communication is going to come back and bite the Maple Leafs. And it's 19-11. As Jennifer Ritchie back to serve. Jump serve with the right hand. As Rohr goes far side. Nice dig by Downs. Far side, or ball movement goes from Beaver to Peyton Hart, and it's 19-12 now. Pilots on a 3-1 run from the timeout. As the serve by Vendel goes long, 20-12 is the score now. Mishawaka on the board in the backyard brawl. It's 14-7 now. There's a kill on the far side by Grusdorf is long, 21-12. Pennington's serve dug out by Downs. Now Beaver. Near side to Hart. Pennington with the dig. Ritchie with the kill on the far side. She's going to try it again. Nice job by Downs. Now Beaver's going to get the ball over the net. Far side kill by Ritchie. Once again, dug out by Vendel. Finally, it gets put away by Fiedema. And it's 21-13 in favor of the visitors in the purple and white. Bridget Downs to serve. Near side kill goes long off the hand of Madison Coles, and it's 21-14. Pilots have used both of their timeouts. Goshen has both of theirs in their back pocket. Downs' jump serve, dug out. Ritchie, far side kill will be dug out by Vendel. Beaver, near side Hart, blocked at the net. Nice job by Vendel to protect herself. Near side kill is going to be blocked at the net. And they're going to call it. As Courtney Crawford, a little animated on the sidelines. It's 22-14. I don't think we've seen a coach that animated in years here on the Regional Radio Sports Network. Beaver, far side kill is blocked at the net. Now Ritchie with the kill. Won't fall. Beaver with a nice job to get the ball over the net. Ritchie, the kill. Dug out by Vendel. Now Beaver again finding that soft spot. Ball won't fall for the Pilots. Good long rally for both teams. Far side kill by Fiedema goes into the net. And it's 23-14. Goshen leads Wawasee 10-zip in the second quarter. Northwood leads the Plymouth Rockies 7-zip in the second quarter. Far side kill by Ritchie, blocked at the net as Abby Arnold and Kelsey Fiedema put it away. 23-15. Now the long road back starts with Kennedy Kintz. And the 5'5 freshman gets her serve to graze the net. This kill at the middle of the net is blocked. And this time, Elizabeth Breckbill's kill goes right through the block. 24-15. And back to finish the job will be Shelby Younts. 35 aces. Tops on the Maple Leaf roster. And the kill on that far side by Arnold is long. And the Pilots drop game 2, 25-15 to the Maple Leafs, guaranteeing us 4 games here in this Crossroads League matchup. We'll step aside. When we come back, we'll have second game stats, and we'll have third game action for you as you're watching Bethel University Pilots Volleyball right here on the Regional Radio Sports Network.
Maybe it was a big thing, like helping you land the perfect internship. Maybe it was something small, like offering a sympathetic listening ear when you missed your family. It might have been advice about your choice of major, spiritual guidance, or how to deal with roommate conflicts. Whatever it was, you knew that you were seen and heard. You walked away a little lighter, a little more confident, knowing that someone else was walking this journey with you. At Bethel University, we're more than an academic institution. Yes, we're proud of our internationally recognized programs. Students come to Bethel to be equipped for success in over 50 fields of study, from residential undergraduate to online master's degrees. But they stay because they're not walking alone. 7 in 10 residential students are active in one-on-one mentoring or small groups. From the dedicated faculty to friendly staff, everyone at Bethel cares deeply about helping you prepare for what you were meant to do. Because we all believe you're meant to do incredible things for God's kingdom. And it's true. Bethel alumni are active in 65 nations around the world. What connects you to Bethel? There's no question. It's the relationships and community that give purpose to everything you gain here. At Bethel University, we see you. At Bethel University, we know you, and we'll connect your passion with a pathway to impact the world for Christ. Be true, be blue, be you at Bethel University.
And transition back home to their communities. The Semper Fi Fund, serving those who preserve our freedom. The basic idea that drives these efforts is simple. For as much as our heroes have sacrificed, they deserve the best care and support available in their hour of need, whenever it may occur. The Semper Fi Fund, a 4-star charity and an A+ rating, has served over 16,000 members since 2004. The Semper Fi Fund, serving those who preserve our freedom. For more information, visit them online at www.semperfifund.org.
Welcome back to the Gates Gymnasium. J.P. Joubert along with Tanya Condry. Second game statistics, polar opposite of game one. Goshen hit 163 in that second game. The Pilots negative 044. Madison Coles and Elizabeth Breckbill each with 4 kills. Peyton Hart and Kelsey Fiedema with 2 kills apiece for the Pilots. Madison Beaver with 5 assists. Allie Rohr with 9 assists for the Maple Leafs. Haley Pennington with 6 digs. And Bridget Downs with 7 digs for the Pilots. Scores from around the state. North Central beating up on Ben Davis in MIC play. Actually, the score was just changed 7-zip in favor of North Central, who could win the MIC tonight if they beat Ben Davis, which would be great for Kevin O'Shea's squad. Far side, Pennington in the kill. That's blocked. And a lot of scrambling by Bridget Downs, and that ball just goes out of her reach. And it's 1-0 in favor of Goshen. It's Pennington back to serve. And that one is a long service error. Mishawaka Marion up on South Bend, Washington, 7-zip. Concord leads Bart Curtis's Warsaw Tigers 24-7 in the second quarter. I would not want to be a fly on the wall for a conversation that Bart's going to have with his kids at halftime. That's A.J. McDonald on the far side. Gets a little piece of it. It's finally Tessa Clark will get the ball over the net. Now Kintz. Kill attempt is put into orbit by Madison Beaver. And the Pilots have their first lead since they finished off game one. 2-1 in favor of the Pilots. And a service ace as McKenzie was able to tuck one inside the corner on the far side. McKenzie going for the same place, and she's going to get the same result. 4-1 on the service ace. As that one gave Tessa Clark a rough ride. Can McKenzie go 3 for 3? No, too far. So McKenzie was going for that same far corner, but this time to no avail as Tessa Clark will serve with the left hand. Kintz goes far side to AJ. Just mishits it. And it's 4-3. Clark. Junior Bethany Christian is where she did her prep work. Kintz, near side kill, blocked at the net. And Kintz will get the ball back over. Clark to Roar, and putting it away is going to be Taylor Eash, and we're tied at 4. So the Maple Leafs have come storming back thanks to the serving of Tessa Clark. Near side kill, just going to be dropped over. And nicely done by Abby Armold. 5-4 in favor of the Pilots. So Hannah Dull is going to come back out, former South Adams Starfire. Gets the ball over the net with the right hand. Far side, near side kill is blocked. Ritchie's kill blocked by Madison Beaver. It's a 2-point lead at 6-4. Dull, another right-hand serve. As Roar going to see the kill attempt go to no avail. And Grusdorf is going to watch the double hit. It's now 7-4. Dull looking to double the lead for the Pilots. Clark. We go here the near side to Ritchie. McDonald with the dig to Kintz. As Beavers kill will not go. And AJ is going to put it away. It's 8-4. So now the largest lead of for the Pilots at 8-4. It's Hannah Marie Dull with the serve. Far side kill is blocked out of bounds off of Elizabeth Breckbill. It's 8-5. Shelby Younts coming in, as will Mackenzie Williams. As the Goshen Maple Leafs cheering section, which has come out in full force, starts to make a little noise. As Madison Beaver puts that one away. And Madison will go back to serve from Allentown, Pennsylvania. Dipping serve. It's going to give Goshen some fits. It's finally punched over by Ritchie. And putting it home is Grusdorf. And it's a 10-5 lead, largest lead of the game for the Pilots. Beaver with the right-handed serve. Handcuffs Tessa Clark. It's a service ace. And it's 11-5. It's again another dipping serve, giving Ritchie all kinds of problems. And it's going to land right in front of Mackenzie Williams. Don't know if Mackenzie lost track of where she was on the floor. Maybe she thought that one was going to go out. And this time a service ace for Ritchie. Makes it 11-7. Beaver going to go far side to Grusdorf. It's dug out This time Downs with the dig. Beaver's going to find some open court and put it home. 12-7 is the score. As Williams and McDonald come out. Peyton Hart and Rachel Vendel coming back in. Is at the net. Pennington's kill. Dug out by Beaver. Now far side to Peyton Hart. And it's going to be hit. Well, they're going to say that one landed on the floor. There was no double hit. And it's 13-7. Vendel gets that serve to drop a little bit. And they're going to call the point for Bethel. It's 14-7 now. Largest lead of game 3 for the Pilots. Pennington's kill on the near side blocked by Gruzdoff and Fiedema. It's 15-7, largest lead of the game. And Courtney Crawford says, I need a timeout. So we're going to take it with her. It's 15-7 here in game number 3. As you're watching Pilots Volleyball right here on the Regional Radio Sports Network.
There are those who dedicate themselves to a sense of honor, to a life of courage, and a commitment to something greater than themselves. They have always defended this nation and each other. They still do. The few, the proud, the Marines.
Discover better banking at Teachers Credit Union. More than 300,000 already have. They know better banking means better rates on savings, loans, and mortgages, and being treated like more than a number. At TCU, you don't have to be a teacher to enjoy better banking, just someone who enjoys personal attention and solid financial solutions. Go to tcunet.com/betterbanking to learn more. TCU, better rates, better service, better banking. Teachers Credit Union deposits are federally insured by the NCUA, and we're an equal housing opportunity. NMLS number 686706.
It's a long volley out of the timeout. Is going to go long off the hand of Taylor Eash. And it's now 16-7 as once again Pilots looking to run away and hide with this one. Vendel. Serve handcuffs Ritchie. Pennington gets blocked at the net. And another block, this time off of Gruzdoff. Ritchie dug out by Beaver. Now Downs. Back to Madison, who's dug out by Ritchie. Pennington with the kill. Too much for Madison to handle. And you can tell by the reaction she wanted that one back. Madison a little animated on that one. 16-8 in favor of the Pilots. Back to serve will be Olivia Coop. And that one will go out off the dig by Downs. 16-9. Coop again this time. Dug out by Hart to Madison Beaver, and Gruzdoff's kill is blocked at the net. And it's 16-10. So Coop, the freshman from over the border in Canada, getting that jump serve to work, and as soon as I say that, serve goes long. Sportscaster curse, as Paul Condrey likes to say. So now Bridget Downs back to serve. And that one is going to be misplayed by Shelby Younts. And it'll fall for an ace. Fourth service ace by the Pilots in this game. 8th of the match. It's Beaver. Going to see it dug out by Vendel. Over to Hart. And a nice dig by Ritchie. Now Madison. Those Pilots getting the Maple Leafs to fly, to run around everywhere, and finally it's a double hit, and it's 19-10. Just what I didn't want to read tonight. The Yankees are ahead of the Astros 4-1 in the second inning. The Astros could win the series. I would be a happy person. As Vendel's kill, dug out by Ritchie. Far side kill, popped over. Now Madison goes far side to Peyton Hart. Again, the Maple Leafs running everywhere, and Pennington's kill too long. Well, they're going to give the point on the deflected block to the Maple Leafs. And Allie Rohr is going to serve it. Dug out by Vendel. Madison comes here near side to Fiedema. Ritchie's kill, dug out by Vendel. Now Madison goes far side to Peyton Hart, and that'll fall. So now Kennedy Kintz with the opportunity to serve. 9-point lead for the Pilots, largest lead in this game. Kintz with the dig to Downs. Now Madison Beaver finds an opening in that far corner. And she parks it there. Boy, we're spanning the globe to find all kinds of things today. We've even got Canadian Football League scores coming in. Downs on the far side to Peyton Hart with the kill. Finally, Ritchie will get the ball over the net. Vendel with the dig. Kintz goes far side. Peyton didn't get all of it, but she got enough of it. 22-11, largest lead of the night in this game for Bethel. The Montreal Alouettes lead the Toronto Argonauts 13-3. That one's in the second quarter. We're like Wide World of Sports up here, Tanya. We're spanning the globe. (22-12). The far side kill won't go. And the point goes to the Pilots. Well, they've got 24-11. I've got 23-12. I'm right or you're right? Or the board is right? You're right. I've learned never to argue with a woman. I've learned. So we'll get it correct. 24-11. It's game point for the Pilots. As Mackenzie Williams will get the serve down. And it goes out on the block. And it'll be 24-12. So Tessa Clark to keep the Maple Leafs alive. And that one will fall in as Abby Arnold will get the kill. 25-12, the Pilots end it as they'll take game 3. Pilots looking to close out the match up 2-1. As we'll step aside, when we come back, we'll have stats from that third game. We'll get you set for the fourth game of tonight's match as you're listening.
Maybe it was a big thing, like helping you land the perfect internship. Maybe it was something small, like offering a sympathetic listening ear when you missed your family. It might have been advice about your choice of major, spiritual guidance, or how to deal with roommate conflicts. Whatever it was, you knew that you were seen and heard. You walked away a little lighter, a little more confident, knowing that someone else was walking this journey with you. At Bethel University, we're more than an academic institution. Yes, we're proud of our internationally recognized programs. Students come to Bethel to be equipped for success in over 50 fields of study, from residential undergraduate to online master's degrees. But they stay because they're not walking alone. 7 in 10 residential students are active in one-on-one mentoring or small groups. From the dedicated faculty to friendly staff, everyone at Bethel cares deeply about helping you prepare for what you were meant to do. Because we all believe you're meant to do incredible things for God's kingdom. And it's true. Bethel alumni are active in 65 nations around the world. What connects you to Bethel? There's no question. It's the relationships and community that give purpose to everything you gain here. At Bethel University, we see you. At Bethel University, we know you, and we'll connect your passion with a pathway to impact the world for Christ. Be true. Be blue. Be you at Bethel University.
Sacrificed, they deserve the best care and support available in their hour of need whenever it may occur. The Semper Fi Fund, a 4-star charity and an A+ rating, has served over 16,000 members since 2004. The Semper Fi Fund, serving those who preserve our freedom. For more information, visit them online at www.semperfifund.org.
Welcome back to the Gates Gymnasium. J.P. Gilbert along with Tanya Condry as the Pilots take game 3 by a score of 25-12. Madison Beaver with 4 kills. She also had 5 assists, as well as Kennedy Kintz. Rachel Vendel with 5 digs, as well as Madison Beaver. Williams with a pair of service aces. Bridget Downs and Beaver also with an ace as well. The Pilots hit 385. You're going to win a lot of games if you can hit over 200, let alone over 300. And the Pilots have done just that. Crown Point leading Michigan City 7-0 in the first quarter. As we're back to the volleyball court. This kid's going to go far side to Madison Beaver, and she'll put another one away. And it's 1-0. Breckbill and Pennington each had 3 kills for the Maple Leafs. Allie Rohr with 8 assists, and Jennifer Ritchie with 5 digs. As Rohr is going to find Breckbill. It's been their go-to, and it's going to be a double hit. It'll be 2-0 as, once again, Courtney Crawford getting a little animated with the officials. And she's going to send Allie Rohr, the captain, to go talk to the official. As once again, the Goshen Maple Leaf contingent of fans trying to turn this into a Goshen home game, but to no avail. As Mackenzie Williams will just kind of sit tight. And Allie Rohr is wearing out a path between her coach, Courtney Crawford, and the official up in the stand. And it looks like everyone is satisfied with the answers. We'll go back to playing some volleyball. Williams with the jump serve with the right hand, dug out by Ritchie. Rohr going to go back to Ritchie on the kill, dug out by Downs. Kintz near side McDonald, it's blocked. And now Madison Beaver is blocked at the net. Now AJ with a kill. It's blocked. This time it'll fall off the hands of Madison Coles. It's 2-1. Haley Pennington back to serve. 9 aces for the sophomore from Napanee. McDonald here on the near side kill. Dug out by Pennington. And it'll fall. Nice kill by Rohr. It's 2-2. 7-0 Valparaiso and Lake Central. I want to thank our good friend Jason Kuntz for that update. A.J. McDonald on the near side kill. It's going to be dug out. Rohr back to Ritchie. That one will get dug out, and finally Tessa Clark will get it over the net. So the Pilots once again getting the Maple Leafs to run all over the place. Kintz, far side of Madison Beaver, will be dug out by Breckbill. Ritchie tries to kill one, and she does. 3-2. It's the first time the lead has swapped hands in this matchup. Since 2-1. And Madison Beaver will put that one away. 3-all. So Hannah Marie Dull will be back to serve. Stationary right-hand serve goes right into the net. It'll be a service error. It's 4-3 in favor of Goshen. So Tessa Clark has played in all 108 games for the Maple Leafs coming in. And a massive kill goes in. And that was actually out. It looked out from here. The officials made the call that it was in. And now it's Katie Weiss's turn to get a little word in with the officiating crew. So in any event, it's 5-3 in favor of the Maple Leafs. And AJ's kill at the net is blocked out of bounds. And it's 5-4. Fiedema comes back into the match. Now Madison Beaver back to serve. And it's a service ace as it handcuffs Pennington. We've been tied at 2s, 3s, and now 5s. Pennington is going to find... Again, Courtney Crawford is beside herself. As the kill at the net by Breckbill is called long. I don't know about that call. As the Pilots with a chance to make it 7-5, and they will. As Grosdorff with the kill at the net. 7-5. Madison found Grosdorff, and Grosdorff did the rest. So now Madison back to serve once again. Pennington to Rohr. Now Ritchie with the kill. And finding the spot right on the line. From that far side was Madison Beaver again. And it's 8-5 Pilots. Rohr to Ritchie. Nice dig by Madison, and this one is going to hit the announce table. Nice job by Mackenzie Williams to give chase, but to no avail. Just a little bit of everything tonight. It's Beaver going to set up AJ. Nice dig by Pennington. And a bit of a miscommunication by Ish. And it's 9-6. So Mackenzie Williams and A.J. McDonald exit. As Rachel Vendel back to serve. Roar going to go back to Ritchie, blocked at the net. Clark going to find Pennington. And another nice kill, this time by Peyton Hart. And it's 10-6. And Coach Courtney Crawford is really getting her money's worth with the officiating crew. One has to believe that if she gets into another argument with an official, it's going to be some kind of penalty. And again, this one goes long, and it's 11-6. Vendel with the serve. Dug out by Ritchie. Now Roar back to Ritchie on the far side. Dug out by Beaver. Downs going to find Peyton Hart. Nicely dug out by Tessa Clark. As Downs going to barely get that one over the net. Far side kill blocked. Nice job by Downs. And somehow Peyton Hart put that ball right back over the net. And finally Goshen puts it home. Goshen deserved that point, but credit the Pilots for running all over the place trying to keep that ball alive. And finally the Goshen faithful have something to cheer about. And this time, Allie Rohr puts one home, and it's 11-8. As the Maple Leaf half of the gym starts to get loud. And a lift makes it 11-9. Katie Weiss not going to use the timeout yet. Her team up 2-1. Grosdorf going to find Peyton Hart, and nicely dug out by Clark. Far side kill. This time Hart will punch one over. Beaver is going to try to get one over. Ish with a nice dig. Now Ritchie. Dug out by Beaver. Nice long rally from both teams. Kill attempt. Dug out by Clark. Ritchie. Nice job by Beaver in the middle of the court. Peyton Hart. This time dug out by Ritchie. Way up in the air on this one. Ritchie will find Vendel. And the Pilots just cannot get that ball to fall. And they're going to finally say that the ball went on the other side of the antenna. And the Goshen crowd really giving it to the officials now. And a serve by Downs goes out of bounds. It's 12-10. Who says this isn't a rivalry? Coop back to serve for the Maple Leafs. Beaver gets the kill. Now Beaver going to set up far side with the kill opportunity. It's going to go right in. as Fiedema takes care of it, and it's 13-10. And now the blue and white start to make some noise. Kennedy Kintz with the serve. She'll punch one over. And this one will fall. It'll be a service ace. 14-10. Kennedy Kintz. It's going to be dug out by Pennington. Far side kill up by Pennington. Now Vendel with the dig. Kintz going to find Hart. And that one will be put away. It'll be 15-10. As coming back in will be Breckbill. Shelby Younts will exit. Ritchie with the dig. Far side kill goes out of bounds. Off the block as Pennington puts it through it. It's 15-11. Goshen last led at 5-3. It's been all Pilots since. Downs with the dig. Now Clark. Now near side. It was a miss hit by Breckbill. And it's 16-11. Serve from Williams, too long. It'll be a service error at 16-12. So Haley Pennington back to serve. We'll get the right-handed serve over. And they're going to say a misformation. We saw that called in the IUSB Trinity Christian match couple weeks ago. Valparaiso leading Lake Central 14-0 in the first quarter. Penn leads Mishawaka 29-7. Is that a 9, a 4, or a 1? There's a lot of different fonts on that phone. And it's 16-14, and Coach Katie Weiss is going to call a timeout. We'll take it with him. As you're watching Pilots Volleyball right here on the Regional Radio Sports Network.
There's always a moment of truth where it's either put up or shut up. We were yelling our hearts out. Even in our weakness, even in our pain, we continued to push. I don't know where the pain went to, but all I know is that I had what it took. I am a United States Marine.
PFC Darrell Willis serves his country as a Marine. Will you? Visit Marines.com or call 1-800-MARINES. They came.
Welcome back to the Regional Radio Sports Network's coverage of Bethel University Volleyball. J.P. Jabert along with Tanya Condry. Pilots lead 16-14. As a near side kill will be dug out by Downs. Kintz goes far side to Madison Beaver. It will be dug out by Clark, but it'll eventually fall at 17-14. 21-7 is that score over at Mishawaka High School at the backyard brawl today. 17-14 is the score here. As A.J. McDonald will punch one over. Now Rohr goes far side to Ritchie, dug out by McDonald. A nice job by A.J. Ritchie going back to the well. And now Grusdorf's going to find it. And some opening in the corner. It's 18-14. As the officials really getting an earful from the Goshen contingent. As Clark, nice job. And Ritchie gets that one over. That's one block at the net. Now A.J. McDonald is going to get her kill attempt stuffed. Now Ritchie goes long. And they're going to say a double hit. 18-15. We've been a part of some really wild environments at Regional Radio Sports Network. I don't know if this one could be topped. This has been a pretty wild one tonight. Beaver going to go far side with the kill, and Grosdorf's kill blocked, and it goes into the stands with the Goshen faithful. Madison Beaver back to serve for the Pilots. 6 points from victory. It's going to be dug out by Pennington. And Ritchie, and you can make it 5 points. 20-15. And a timeout on the court for Goshen. We're going to keep it right here. Today's game on the Regional Radio Sports Network is sponsored by First Source Bank. Forget running to the ATM or mailing a check. Start sending money with Zeal. It's fast, safe, and easy right from your First Source mobile banking app. Repay a friend for coffee easily with Zeal right from your First Source mobile banking app. First Source Bank, your partners from the first with e-student checking. Contact First Source Bank today. Just a reminder, the next broadcast of Bethel Pilots Volleyball will be on Wednesday, October 23rd, when the Pilots welcome the Taylor Trojans to Gates Gymnasium. Taylor at 7-5 in conference. They had to go to Marion tonight. They'll go to IWU tomorrow, so the gauntlet that Taylor has to run into prior to the matchup with the Pilots is going to be huge. But before the Pilots can get there, they've got to finish off Goshen, and they're 5 points away from doing so. As the block by Maddie Beaver is going to be saved by Downs, and it'll fall out of bounds. And it's now 20-16. So back to serve is going to be Shelby Younts, the right-handed serve. Goes to Maddie Beaver. Now Grosdorf will put it away. And an ugly situation was avoided as both Clark and Younts went for that ball, and that could have been nasty. Valparaiso leading Lake Central 14-zip, end of the first quarter at Viking Field. As a kill at the net by Ish goes right into it, 22-16. Largest lead for the Pilots. And this time it'll be a service ace by Vendel. And the Pilots, lo and behold, are 2 points away from victory. Far side, Ritchie with the kill. Dug out by Vendel. Now Downs. Goes to Peyton Hart. And that'll be dug out. Now Beaver to Downs. Far side Fiedema. It's going to be blocked. But they're going to call 4 hits. And it's now 23-17. Pilots 2 points away from the match. Ritchie served, dug out by Downs. Now Vendel. Going to find Hart. As a little tit for tat at the net. Vendel will finally get the ball over. Now Rohr. Far side Pennington's dug out. Downs to Hart. Dug out by Pennington. Rohr Now dug out by Maddie Beaver. Fiedema trying to put this one away. Can't. Younts with the dig. Roar. Pennington will put that one away. 23-18. Good long rally point won by the Maple Leafs. Pilots trying to put them away in the next 2 points. Roar going to find Ritchie. Backline kill. Now Beaver. Near side Hart. Ritchie with the dig. He'll get it over. Vendel to Beaver. It won't go. It'll be deflected. Ritchie going to get it to Tessa Clark. She'll get the ball over. And the Pilots are a point away from taking the match. Taking the game, the match, and the half point in the Highway 20 Cup. Roar gets it over and will fall. 20-19. The Maple Leafs stave off match point. 24-19. What did I say, 20? Wrong sport. I'm thinking football for whatever reason. So back to serve is Olivia Coop. Grazes the top of the net. As now Ritchie going to find Roar, and they'll stave off another match point. 24-20. Valparaiso up on Lake Central, 21-zip at the Viking Field. Olivia Coop trying to keep her team alive. Pilots hoping to end it here. Peyton Hart, she'll put it away, and that will end the match. So the Pilots take it in 4. 25-11, 15-25, 25-12, and 25-20. We're going to step aside. We come back. We'll have an interview with the bench boss of the Pilots. Get her thought on this wild one here as the Pilots win it in 4. As you're listening and watching Pilots Volleyball right here on the Regional Radio Sports Network.
Hi, this is Paul Condry of the Regional Radio Sports Network. That may be my professional title, but did you know that I'm also the son of a U.S. Navy World War II veteran and the proud father of a United States Marine? Let me share with you something very close to my heart. It's called the Semper Fi Fund, and its program America's Fund, which provides immediate lifetime support for post-9/11 wounded, critically ill, and injured members of the U.S. Armed Forces, veterans, and their families to ease recovery and transition back home to their communities. The Semper Fi Fund, serving those who preserve our freedom. The basic idea that drives these efforts is simple. For as much as our heroes have sacrificed, they deserve the best care and support available in their hour of need, whenever it may occur. The Semper Fi Fund, a 4-star charity and an A+ rating, has served over 16,000 members since 2004. The Semper Fi Fund, serving those who preserve our freedom. For more information, visit them online at www.semperfifund.org.
There are those who dedicate themselves to a sense of honor, to a life of courage, and a commitment to something greater than themselves. They have always defended this nation and each other. They still do. The few, the proud, the Marines.
Welcome back to Bethel Pilots Volleyball right here on the Regional Radio Sports Network. The Pilots win it in 4. They win it 25-11, 15-25, 25-12, and 25-20. Now joined post-game by Katie Weiss. You could breathe a sigh of relief now because of that one.
Yeah, fun match. Honestly, just frustrating how extreme I felt like we played. Controlled that first set so well, and then to lose the second almost the same way we took the first. That was ridiculous. So a little frustrated with some of that. And it just really shows like we have some play, Peyton Hart's just not herself right now with her knee. And so that you can see that we're not executing well. So we controlled it after that second set pretty well, but we've got to keep improving on that.
Well, when you're hitting over 230 in both games 3 and games 4, you're not going to lose very often.
Yeah.
And you guys came out ready to play. It's like that 3-minute interval between game 2 and game 3. You guys really seemed to something clicked, and all of a sudden you guys just started to take control.
Yeah, I mean, I all week we've been talking about, the first time we played Goshen, we beat them in 3. And there's a danger in that, that we go into the game thinking, we're just going to beat them in 3 again. And, we talked so much about that. And so to lose the second set, I was furious. And really just kind of lit into them that they have to be all in and they have to fight for this match because this team wants it. I mean, nobody wants to lose, right? And so it was really frustrating to lose that second set, but I'm glad that we came back in the third and fourth.
Talk about the environment. You couldn't tell if a neutral person didn't see the logo at midcourt.
Right.
You would have thought it could have been a Goshen home game as much noise as was being made.
Yeah, no kidding.
But it seemed like, again, after that second game, your girls just seemed to thrive on it and just seemed to motivate them a little more.
Honestly, I was glad for it because it does help. When it's too quiet in here, it's honestly not as fun to play. And so to have that and to have that crowd that you want to shut them up. You want to make that great play and you get in there. And so that really helped to fire them up, and it worked well for us.
I thought your net play defensively really, really kept Goshen off balance, and it just seemed like there were about a dozen points throughout the entire match that just Goshen was just running around, and it forced them into all kinds of unforced errors. And it just seemed like that also helped. Your service game also helped. It just seemed like it was a complete team win. Throw away that second game, of course, because, you guys hit, I think it was negative 0.44 or something like that.
It was,
But it
Let's
just
not
seemed
talk about that.
we won't. But it just seemed like every aspect of the game, the offense, the defense and the net play and your serving was just keeping them off balance throughout the entire night.
Yeah, I was happy with. I haven't seen the box on our blocks, but that was a great blocking game for us, and that definitely makes a difference when you can shut down a hitter. Here it is, consistently. That makes a big difference. And so for the game, 10 blocks. I honestly thought that would be a little bit higher, but. It was a game changer. I mean, Abby and Kelsey Grosdev did an awesome job in middle, getting out, closing those balls. They've been working so hard at doing that, and they did well.
All right, let's relax and get ready for Taylor next week.
Yes, thank you.
All right, Katie Weiss joining us post-game as our Pilots take it in 4, 25-11, 15-25, 25-12, and 25-20. The final stats of the match. First for the Goshen Maple Leafs, Haley Pennington led the Maple Leafs with 9 kills. Allie Rohr, 28 assists, 3 service aces, 1 each for Rohr, Pennington, and Olivia Coop. Jennifer Ritchie with 21 digs, Tessa Clark with 16, Haley Pennington with 14, and Allie Rohr with 12. The Maple Leafs hit 057 as a team. For the Bethel Pilots, Madison Beaver had a game-high 11 kills for the Pilots. She also had 22 assists, 11 service aces. Beaver with 3. Mackenzie Williams, Kennedy Kintz, Rachel Vendel, and Bridget Downs each with 2. And Bridget Downs, 23 digs. Beaver with 19 and Rachel Vendel with 19 as well. And as you heard Coach Weiss mention, 10 team blocks in the matchup for the Pilots. Pilots hit 160 in tonight's matchup. That's going to do it for us here at the Gates Gymnasium on Mike Lightfoot Court. Just a reminder, once again, that the next broadcast of Bethel Pilots Volleyball will be on Wednesday, October 23rd, when the Pilots welcome the Trojans of Taylor University to town. It'll be a 7 o'clock first serve, 6:40 pregame show with Paul, Sarah, and Tanya. That's going to do it for our coverage of Pilots Volleyball. Once again, the final score, the Pilots win it in 4, 25-11, 15-25, 25-12 and 25-20. From all of us at the Regional Radio Sports Network, for my wonderful partner in crime, Tanya Condry, who gave us all the pictures and descriptions of this game, this is JP Gilbert. Thank you so much for listening. Have a great night and a great weekend.